This is Alex Yu, and you're watching Raging Ronin Review Transformers 3 Edition. Okay, I got some serious updates for you. I want to give you a close-up look at Rollbar. Rollbar is a very heavily modified Jeep Wrangler in red, which if I remember correctly is part of the Hasbro Transformers Alternators line. If you check out his interior, you will see that even the inside panel of the Jeep has a lot of modified work done to it. Not only that, but the rear has a large minigun Gatling turret mounted to it. And check out these guys. I'm gonna take a quick stab at this. Rollbar is officially part of the Nest Alliance. They probably don't explain how he got there in terms of being a new addition to the Autobot team, just like in the second movie. And that minigun is probably his arm cannon when transformed to robot mode. He's gonna arrive onto the Chicago scene with 3 elite Nest team members on board. That's just a guess. Another vehicle spotted on set was this armored car, which many people thought originally was just an armored car, but this close-up photo shows that it has a Decepticon logo on it. This could mean 3 things. It could be Shockwave's alternate mode, Soundwave's alternate mode, or an entirely new Decepticon's alternate mode. Okay, now check this out. We got Patrick Dempsey's character in hero mode. Or is he a villain? He appears to be all roughed up and he's pointing a gun at something or someone. Could his target be a downed Decepticon, a damaged Autobot, or a human target? This is getting a bit complicated but interesting. But this thing gets taken to a whole other level because it appears that Patrick Dempsey's character and Shia are going at it on top of some debris. And then during the fight, they look up. I'm pretty sure a giant robot is standing right above them. It also turns out that his character, known as Dylan, is a race car driver and has a collection of many antique cars. And he's also Carly's boss. So a lot of people are probably wondering, who is this Einstein bot? Well, Nelson reveals some more information about it, and it turns out that this Einstein bot is actually the Mercedes-Benz E350. In fact, here he is in a scene with Bumblebee. Speaking of new bots, check this out. Here is a red-headed robot on a stick spotted with Sam and Carly. Could it be the head of the new Ferrari Italia 458, or maybe the red NASCAR, or maybe Rollbar's head? Here you will see explosions happening at night. It's almost like a fireworks display because all these explosions are happening on the rooftops of these office buildings in Chicago. After the series of explosions, a squad of police cars are rushing to a hotspot. Okay, here's my take on it. I think this scene is actually the beginning of the Chicago final battle. A bunch of Decepticons land on the rooftops of these buildings, thus causing all these explosions. Police cars answer the emergency calls as the Decepticons wreak havoc into the early morning. And that's when all this chaos erupts into pure mayhem. I mean bayhem. Or madness. I mean badness. Or bayness. I mean bayos. Chaos. Yeah. You get the point. Yeah, I think that's what happens because if you notice on the streets, they're absolutely clean. So after that scene, the streets get littered with beat up cars and debris. The rest of the Chicago shoot continued for another day, and spotted on set was the silver Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG, and it was spotted driving behind the armored truck. This is the second time during the Chicago shoot that the armored truck was spotted on set. And here we have Autobots driving at high speed parallel to a train track by Wacker Drive. The most interesting part is that they're driving really close to those 3 NASCARs, which leads me to think, are those really Decepticons? Or are they just crude looking Autobots? Perhaps the really trigger happy car brothers? We'll speculate no further because Nelson from MichaelBay.com confirmed that these 3 NASCARs are in fact the Autobot Wreckers. The Wreckers are an elite commando sub-team of the Autobots that are called upon when the odds are too overwhelming. The team roster in the comics included several Autobots which consisted of Impactor, Topspin, Twin Twist, Rack and Ruin, Whirl, Roadbuster, Springer, Broadside, Sandstorm, and Inferno. So I named 10 of them and there are 3 NASCARs. So let's eliminate the obvious. I believe none of them is actually Inferno, because Inferno should be a fire engine. And it wouldn't be Springer because everybody knows Springer as a helicopter. It's probably not Rack and Ruin because that character was made up of conjoined twins. I also doubt that it's Twin Twist or Topspin because I really don't think Michael Bay would use such a character. And although Roadbuster and Whirl are really cool names, a copyright policy won't allow those names to be used in the US. So that leaves us with Impactor, Broadside, and Sandstorm, with Impactor being the leader of the 3. One more final update I'd like to add is that the Autobots are acquiring yet another character to their roster, and that is in the form of a fire truck. And not just any fire truck, but a really cool looking fire truck. There is only one fire truck that I know of, and that is Inferno. And there you have it. That's all I have to say for this webisode. Tune in again next time for more updates. This is Alex Yu, and you're watching the Raging Ronin Review. Peace!